Okay. So actually, we don't have any mark for this quiz too. So you have to prepare by yourself. You can take examples as a graded assignment and practice assignment you have seen so far. Okay, so the syllabus is up to week 7. You have bash and other commands and along with set and awk. Okay, so yeah, I cannot solve the question that will come on quiz now. If you have any particular question, doubt on some question, I'll solve it now. No issues. Just tell me which assignment, which week. Tell me those. I'll solve it now. Okay. Summary of set. Okay. Some topics on week 6. Okay. Week 6 we are introducing the set, right? Okay. I'll go one by one. Set and arc is a very important topic you have to when your phase 2 is concerned. So also the batch scripting you are expected on is also one reason. Is everyone was able to see the screen? No?
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So set is like uh, set is a interpreter itself. So you can write set commands or you can write a set script. So if you are writing a set script, you have to make sure the above line should be the certain slash set or whatever wherever the path that set executable is there. You can give the F tag as well to mention it is a file. So now what I'm going to do is I'm writing it as a command. So, either I can give a file or I can pass the std in. If I didn't give a file, it will take the std in here. So what I'm going to do is simply I'm not I'm not going to give anything. First of all, I'm giving the input, which is the sequence of 10 from starting from 1 to 10, one number on each line. I gave it a set and I gave nothing, but it printed everything. So by default, if you see the set, it will print everything. What does it do is take one line, do the manipulation. After the manipulation, print it. If you don't want the set to print uh, in once every time, you can mention that option that -n. It will prevent from printing by default. It is a very important option you have to note because it will be quite useful in many occasions. So important option is -n. So now I want to print something. Okay. So if there is a one in it in the line, then I have to print it. So this is how set works. We can give the first label parameter. It is optional. I'm not going to give any label here. Then the addressing parameter. This is the addressing. Okay. Here I am giving the regular expression. Is I can give the line number or whatever I need. It can be 1 till 5 from the regular expression from 1 to 5. From 2, you can give a region wise as well, and the action what you are going to do. Okay. So what you see here is it is print starting from 1 and printing up to 5. Then again the 10 was printed. Can anyone tell me why the 10 was printed?
Because it also has 1. Right?
If you don't know, just tell me you don't know, you don't understand or something. I'll explain to you.
No, it also has a 1, right? The 10 has 1 in it, so that's why it got printed.
I think sir can't hear us.
I think I have some issue with the audio. Okay. Can anyone of you speak? Are you able to hear me, right?
We can hear you, but
Okay.
10 also has a 1. That's why it gets printed. That's what I was saying.
Okay, some audio show from my side. I think it's better now. Okay. I was not able to hear you what you have said regarding the 10. Why the 10 was printed?
I was saying that 10 also has a 1 in it, so it got printed.
Yes, exactly. So whatever the regular expression I gave, right, it is just to check whether there is a 1 in it. I haven't given like it starts with 1 and ends with triple. I haven't given like that. If I given like that, the 10 will not come into the picture. Okay. So this is how the addressing works with respect to regular expression. If I want to do one thing like if there is a 1 in it, simply I'm printing it. I can do the same. So similarly, if I want to print the 6th line, I can give 6p. Anything doesn't matter here, so it works. If I say 6p, it prints the 6th line. Okay. So similarly, if I want to print from 3rd to 7, prints to 3rd to 7. Say I want to print every line, every alternate line from 1. So in that case, I have to use every alternate instance, every line, every second line after 1. I have to give the starting line and how many lines I have to skip. Okay. So I'm starting from 1. It will print every second line after that.
No, sir. What is the between 1 and 2? What is the parameter? Sorry, that is
It's a tilde symbol.
tilde sign. Okay.
Yes. 1 tilde 2. If I want to print every third line from 1, it will be like that. I can start from 2 as well. So then I want to print something. Let's say, okay, I think we are clear about the addressing stuff. Any doubt so far? Okay, star is not okay. I want to print a last line, then I have to use a dollar. First line is simply 1. The last line is dollar. This one thing. Yeah, that's all regarding the addressing. So next we'll go to the substitution, insert for other actions. Okay. Let's say I want to add a text in the first line itself. How can I do that is, let's say I want to print everything. I'm not going to prevent the printing. Line 1, address. What is the action I have to do? I have to use the action called insert I. So what does the insert do is, it will insert whatever the text I am giving on the same line and same address and shift everything down. Okay, now I am piping into it. Now I am going to print the first line only. Say, okay, I'm going to print the 10th line. What will be the output now?
9.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so this is clear. Same thing. I'm going to print the 10th line now. In this case, what will be the output?
I think 9 still.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, actually it has to be print the, okay. Whatever I am giving after I, it will come on the same line, but yeah, it should be like that. So how it defined is, whatever I'm giving after I, it will be come on the as a taken as the input per line. So I can give the next command in the next line. So in that case, the 10 is repeated twice. That is because when it takes the pattern space, it was the 10th parameter. Just 1 minute.
So if you do -n, only 10 will appear, right? Nothing else will appear.
Yeah, only the 10 will appear. But 1 will also appear because I am inserting it, right?
Okay.
So these are little advanced things. I mean, if you practice enough, you'll understand what's going on. So, okay, this is about inserting. Now I want to append something similar to it. Let's say I want to put something on the last text. So if I get the action, you can couple multiple things as well. I think it is clear now. On another thing, let's say I'm adding, I mean, this is the first line and the first line. I'm adding, this is a new last line on the last line, after the last line. One other thing I'm doing, if the value in the line is 5, I am changing that line. I mean, all the line. I mean, if there is a 5 found on the line, I'm changing that into, this is you got it right now. So in that case, I can change by address as well. I still works. But the same thing, we have to note that if I pipe that output, then I am doing the set operation to change the line. Now the value got changed. And now the address got changed. This is how the set works. It's just like take one line, do all the operation with respect to that current line, go to the next line. So this is the thing we should be careful about. If you are totally sure what you are going to do, if you are not sure what you are going to do, simply pipe everything one after another. That will be the easiest case. There won't be any confusion. You say whenever you did something, okay, it's updated. So when you after the piping, it is the updated value you have to consider. Also, it is always relevant only if you are dealing with the absolute line numbers from the previous record. So most probably, unless we alter it, the first line and last line, there won't be any issue with that. So in between the line, most often what we do is we have to use the regular expression to do that. Then there won't be any issue with it. Okay. Any doubt in insert, append, and change line? Any doubts here?
No, sir. Even here, suppose we may, instead of 5, we just make it /5/. Then it will always change only whatever.
It won't change. It is based on the value on it, right? So it will affect only the value of the line. So it is always a better idea. Okay, next we'll go to substitution is a big thing. So I'll do one other thing. May require at some point there is an action named Q. Okay. So what it does is it simply stops the program. That's all. Let's say I want to get the first 5 lines. Not that I'm not giving the hyphen n here. If I said set 5q,
Sir, it is CQ instead
okay,
of Z.
sorry. Yeah. I said set 5q, it will print only the 5 values. It seems like a head of hyphen 5.
Sequencer. So your first is
Okay. It just mimics the same pattern. Okay. So what we generally do is I don't want to read some file after some point. In that case, I can use this Q flag. Let's say if I want to exit with some other code, I can give here. I want to, in generally it's exit with 0. Like how can I find that is from here? You see the exit status was given here. So it is not that much relevant with respect to text manipulation, but based on text manipulation, you want to get output from the set, you can use this one. Okay, so this is one part. I forgot one addressing. We can use +2 as well in the addressing part. From 5th line, I have to print x +2 lines, up to 2 lines. here it could be a regular expression as well. Okay. The man set provides most of the details we need. Okay. Here we need the all the commands. I mean the labeling part. If I want to insert some command in between the set script, I have to use the hash. So if I started with the hash, then it is treated as command. Okay. This curly brace is proc. I'll explain it again. Okay. Okay. Then okay. One another thing is to give equal, it will print the line number and the text. Okay. So here we can see the first line number 1 and text. Let's say if I made some changes here. Also, I can give multiple commands like with -e. Now you can see the line number and the value. But it's hard to read because everything is coming on the same line. So what can you do is you can append the new line and replace it a character with some character like that. Are you able to get what I have done at the last part? If you are not able to understand, just let me know. I'll explain.
Yes, sir. What is that N for?
Okay. This N, what does it do is, I said, right, initially, set will take one line, process it, and go to the next line, right? So this N, what does it do is, it takes the next line as well. Okay. So now you say, I have two lines. How these two lines are separated? These two lines are separated by a new line character. We generally refer a new line character by /n, \n. Okay. So what I'll explain it here. I took the first line, let's say, and this is the second line. Okay. So by default, set it takes only one line. And I say n, it takes the second line and couple it with the first line using the new line character. That is how by default it will be. So this is the line now I am having in my pattern space. At the current text I am dealing with it. Okay. So now what I am doing is I have this part. Replace the /n with column. That is what the second substitution does.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Just hold for a moment. You understood this one, right?
Sir, I have a doubt. If we remove capital N, then every line will end with colon, right?
No. It will not happen because how? Okay, I said set will take one line, right?
Yeah.
It will not have the new line character by default. It will take the line of the contents only, not the new line character. I'll explain. Okay, I'll execute that as well. How do you see? There is no change in it.
Yes. Okay.
So better we create some file and some file.txt. So this is in the file. So here onwards, I'll use the sum file.txt for getting the data. Okay. This is how it looks now. When the set takes the first line, it takes only the line alone. It doesn't take the new line character, so it won't get affected. Even if it's like, I'll replace this part. See, it's simply printing everything. That's all.
The same
What?
thing goes with the tab also, like /t.
No, tab is different. Okay, in general, let's say you route some files, right? Here it's a file. Entire thing is a file. But we never see, this is line 1, this is line 2, which have nothing in it. This is line 3, right? How the computer will understand this is line 1, this is line 2? There is some separation needed, right? Actually, there is a character present in between these two lines. That is called new line character. It is totally a hidden character. We cannot see it. Okay, same. Similarly, here between these two lines, there is a character, new line character is there. But that is the character defines you're starting a new line. But here it's a space characters are there. 4 space characters are here. So that is what we are doing here. Are you able to get it? What I'm
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. Okay. Here I haven't made any changes. Simply I'm coupling the next line with another. Let's say the same case. I want to couple. Merge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you tell me what I have to do now?
So can you repeat the question?
Okay. So far, what I have done is I have the line 1, line 2, and I merged the one line with the next line. That you have understood, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I want to do is now I want the output should be here, like A, B, C, A colon, B colon, C. Then D colon, E colon, F, G colon, H colon, I. Like that.
Okay, sir. Then
Type it once more and then
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I take the next line as well. Oh, okay. Here, okay, what I have done is fine, but I missed something here. Are you able to get it? What I missed? But what you have said is fine. I mean, this double two times n is fine. That is correct. I missed
but you have
one.
to repeat that twice. Yeah, put a 2 there, I think.
Yeah, I have to put G here because I have to replace all the occurrence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I put the 2, it will replace only the second occurrence. You get it, right? I mean, if I put 2,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it
got
will,
it. Yeah.
yeah, it will. So for this case, I have to use G. Okay. Okay. Let's say I have the text, but I want to be printed in -a hyphen in that format. What should I have to do is, I have to match everything, but I want to use the same match here. Do you know how to do it?
So we can use the, what is that we call grouping?
Yes, exactly. Grouping is one way. One important thing, by default, set uses the VRE. So simply parenthesis doesn't have any special meaning, so we have to escape it. Now we got one thing. So if I'm using the hyphen uppercase C, now I'm using ERE. Now the parentheses have the different meaning and special meaning to it. So one another way of doing that also there. This also gives the same result. If you don't know what is actually happening is, when I say this ampersand, it is always take the total match which is done here. Whatever it is things are matched, is referred by ampersand. So let's see. So I'm going to take the first letter. So I'm giving the anchor tag, beginning anchor tag as well. So I'm changing some characters. So okay, why it is displaying like this?
Because it got only one match. No, it's not a star. It's a dot.
Yes, exactly. So also the 1, 2, 3 is displaying.
So because we are replacing the string.
Yes, exactly. We are replacing only that part, only that single part, not the entire line. Okay, so that's it. So the
So
important
can you
thing
please
is,
tell again?
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So what I'll replace it here. I take the 1. I'm matching with the first character. So I'm giving the beginning anchor tag. Okay. So I take the first dot reference to dot matches with anything. Okay. That character is given here with the ampersand. So here I am just explaining. I'm taking the first character, removing it, replacing with hyphen, the same match I got, then hyphen. Okay, so I'm
Okay, sir,
replacing
got it.
only that part, so the entire line won't be replaced.
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you.
So let's say I want to replace the entire line. What should I have to do?
Dot star.
Okay.
You have to delete the starting.
But I don't want the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4. I want the only first character.
Okay, the output should be
Yeah, hyphen
hyphen.
A hyphen. That's all. Yeah, we already discussed that just a minute before.
Yeah, remove the star.
No. I want the output should be A hyphen A. The 1, 2, 3 should be removed.
Grouping and /1.
Yes, exactly. Now we require the grouping. That is the limitation we with the ampersand. It will always take the entire match. So here I want to group it. So I'm using extender regular expression. Okay. Now you know what's really happening, right? I take the first element. I'm grouping the first character. Then I'm matching with the rest of the character as well. But I'm grouping only the first character. I don't care about the rest of the character. Simply I'm reusing the first character. Any doubt here?
So can you repeat this? The grouping part and then the later, why is the whole dot star there?
This is the matching part. I'm matching with the entire line. Okay. Okay. Here I'm starting with some character. It doesn't matter, but yeah, anyway, I'm starting with some character. Then I'm matching with the entire character, rest of the character. Okay. Then here I am replacing the, now it is the entire line, right? Is it clear for you?
Yeah.
So here the entire pattern is entire regular expression is matching with the entire line. That is clear. So what I'm replacing the entire line with the first character. First character I grouped here.
Okay.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, one other thing, if you want to give a slash in here, you have to use the backslash. If you want to replace something here, if you want to give a literal slash, you have to use a backslash. Similarly, if you want to give a backslash, you have to use a double backslash. Also, if you want to use ampersand, you have to escape it as well. To give a literal ampersand, the character. Otherwise, this parenthesis here will not have any special meaning to it. It will simply give the literal character value. Okay. So okay, next we'll deal with the occurrence, all those things. So I'm simply matching with a character. I want to delete the fourth occurrence. Simply giving the null string, I mean not giving anything, it will simply delete things. So if I want to delete the fourth occurrence, I have to give 4. This line on 3 is the fourth character present there. So in first line, in line 3, 4 is the fourth character. I'm simply removing that. I want to remove the third character, this that way. Or third occurrence of the match. Let's say I'm going to do something different now. I want to remove the second digit on the line. What should I have to do?
Group it dot
Okay.
and then remove the second group.
Okay. So you want to group it like this, right? Or no. Okay. I want to remove the second digit, the second number. The number could be anywhere. So to match
Yep.
with the number, what we generally use?
0
Digit.
to 9. 0 to 9, that bracket, square bracket.
Yes. You can use 0 to 9, or you can use the character class named square bracket within colon digits as well. Okay. So now I have to remove the second digit. Simply I have to match with it. I'm getting the same result. If I want to remove the first digit, that's the first digit removed.
So here the slash before 1 is standing for removal.
Yes, actually this is the replacement string. Okay, this is the replacement. If I didn't give anything, it simply removes. That's it. This is the whatever I have to be replaced with. If I haven't given anything, it simply removes. It will insert a null string. It means no string at all. You understood this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. This is one. So I give Z, it will remove everything. If I want to remove from second character onwards, I have to give the occurrence of, second occurrence onwards, I have to give the occurrence, then G. It will remove from second occurrence from onwards, including that. If I say 3G, it will remove from third occurrence onwards. Fourth occurrence, but there is no fourth occurrence of digits here. So it won't be any change. Okay. One another important thing we have to consider is so I want to remove all the A. This is fine, right? So what we generally do, let's say uppercase and lowercase, I have to give both, right? So one another way of doing the same is you can use like at the finally you can use C. It's I think. Okay, it's I. You have to use I. Lowercase also works. Yeah. You use I, then it will match with case insensitive match. It will be the case insensitive match. It will remove everything. It won't consider the case. I'm not sure it will work on set, but there is one another way of doing is using a backslash in the pattern. It will not work on set, but it will work on a VI. In VI, if you want to remove something, right? By default, minus always detect for the lowercase and uppercase. So here, if you give the \c, it will match with the case insensitive match. In between, you can give it in between. So anyway, it's not relevant to set, so no issue. You understood the case insensitive match, right?
Yes, sir.
The other things answered. Okay. So these are the important things you have to know. Oh yeah. This Y is an important thing. It is just like a replacement, but it replaces exactly to the index we have given. If I want to replace A with B and B with Z, it will do like that. It won't support the character strings. Here it was two uppercase A and a, right? It was replaced with B. Here the lowercase b was replaced with Z. It will be like a one-on-one replacement in the order you gave.
It can give any number of slashes and patterns.
Yeah, you can give not the slashes, but you can give the value. I want to replace C with Y, D with D. Sorry, D with F. You give like that, it will change accordingly. See, C with Y, D with F.
Okay, it is corresponding. First, in
Yes,
between first two slashes, whatever is there, same order, it will be in the second part.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So next one is very important thing. I mean, based on the use case. Okay. So let's say I want to specify a region. It starts with A. The line matches with the J and end with E. Within that, I want to specify another address location. Let's say I want to give another addressing here. By default, we cannot give, right? By default, we give only one addressing. Then we do all the actions here. Let's say if I want to change the line to hyphen hyphen, it will happen. I mean, send the entire region. But if I want to give another addressing, I can use the parent, I mean, curly braces. Now I can give within that region, if I found a letter, say E, then replace it with like a hyphen 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 like that. Replace that entire line.
Sir, pattern should be capital C.
Sorry.
Sir, pattern should be capital C.
All right. It can be anything. Here we have a lowercase and uppercase, so it doesn't matter actually. Okay, let's see.
Do we need to escape curly braces as well?
Okay, got it. That's the reason I think. It is something to do with C. Okay, I'm simply printing it, so it won't have an issue. It is not to do with the curly braces. Why it is not working is because if I say C or I or A, it will take the text until the end. So what I have to do is I have to give a new line. You get it right? What is the mistake I have done?
No, sir. Can you explain it one more time? The A, E is, it will look for A and E in the
Yes, yeah.
file,
Between
right?
the region A and E,
Okay.
within that, there should be the regular expression, or there should be the line which have C in it. Okay. So
Okay,
now
in
I
between the lines. Okay, okay.
it's in between the regular expression region, right? With the line which have the uppercase A to the line which have lowercase a.
Yes, second.
So let's say I'm going to change this file. This outside of this region works only with this part. Let's say if I giving the character is C somewhere here. The result won't change because I specified only within this region only.
So what if there are multiple E, like it will consider the last?
Yeah, then that will be considered. Let's say here I am giving a, here I am giving a E. Then this region won't be, it won't be considered, but this region will be considered. Once the region got ended, then only it will start. Okay, let's say it will find for the first A, I mean first match, then it find for the first match of the ending address. Then only again the starting point will occur. It won't
But
find for the, yeah.
What if there are only one A and more than one E?
In that case, that next region, right, won't be considered at all.
So the last E will be considered, right?
No, it won't be considered at all. You see?
But how is this thing, matching across lines instead of just one line?
From the regular, it's matching based on the regular expression only. Okay, if I find the regular expression A, let's say A, okay, it defines, okay, this is the region starting point. Okay, until I find the regular until the line which I see with the regular expression that match with E, it does the action which is specific.
So if there is 2A and E repetition, then it will take each combination and then work on it?
No, it's much simpler than. You can say once the A is seen, once the starting regular expression is seen, the next regular expression that set would, find is only the ending regular expression. It doesn't care about the starting address once it is seen.
So the first of the starting address and the last of the
Yes,
ending
it
address.
will be like an alternate type of like that. So let's say it will be like this one. Start regex, then end regex. At any time, it always look for only one regular expression. It will be like that. First, it looks for the starting regular expression. If it's done, that's done. Then it will look for the ending regular expression. Okay, if the ending regular expression is done, again it will look for the starting regular expression. This
So it
is
will treat as a groups.
You can't say that or how it is based on how you define, but this is how the operation works.
No, until like once it is find a start and end. Again,
Yeah.
if there is a start and end, it will work on that also.
Yes.
Or is it like the first of the first starting and the last of the end?
No, not like that.
Okay, each groups.
Okay, here I found the start. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I did all the operation. I took the next line. I'm not caring about the starting regular expression at all. I'm caring only about the ending regular expression. Okay, it is not an ending regular expression. So far, I haven't seen the ending regular. Here, I'm seeing the ending regular expression.
Okay.
Now, from now onwards, I'm caring only about the starting address only.
Okay. So it will not stop with only one pattern matching.
Yeah, it won't.
Until the end of the file, it will keep on finding the patterns.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say
Okay.
if I don't have the ending regular expression at all. Okay. I don't have E in the any of my data. So what it will happen is it will go until the last line because I haven't find the ending.
Okay, sir.
You got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you write a test case? Like I'll tell you capital A, then C, then capital A, then C, then E, then C, then
Capital A.
C, capital A, then again C, then capital E, then again C, then capital E.
So what it would happen is only this part, right? The 2C between this part, it will get replaced.
Okay, I get it.
Because the region we have specified is A to E. This is what the region we have. From here onwards, it look for only the A. I mean the starting regular expression, starting address. So it is not matched with anywhere. You understood this part, right?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. These are the most of the things with respect to SID. So you can always read the man page for it. It will contain lot of things, even other advanced commands as well. So okay, this is how it works. Okay, if you get into the man page, you have the first, you have all the tags. So in the important tags, you have to know is if you want to give multiple commands, I mean set script, you have to use the -e. Okay, if you want to give a file, you have to use -f. The next one important one is -i. You did some changes. If you want to do some replacement and you give a file, it will replace in the file itself, not the. It will not replace and print it to the output. It will replace in the file itself. So it's a very dangerous command. I mean dangerous option in SET. If you without knowing you give the option, it will change your file, but you don't know anything. You say it won't print anything at all. So it's a very dangerous option. Unless you know what you are doing, you should not use the -i. Okay, but it is a useful command as well.
So in the quiz, these definition will be provided as a hint, right?
Like these are the very important, like -i you have to know probably. So if something is not rememberable or memorable like that, we'll be giving the as a hint. Okay. Okay. Next part will be the command. You can get all the details here itself, labeling, all those things. These are the command. And the command which accept the address range. The different types of addressing we do. Last line, first, and the step we are giving regular expression. And the region wise matching. using the regular expression to use hyphen uppercase E to get the extended regular expression feature. I think these are almost basic things about set. If you have any particular doubt also, you can ask me here.
So what sort of question we can expect in the quiz?
Okay, I mean, so far what I have explained, right? This is similar to it. Mostly it will be similar to your graded assignment.
And the
It's-
difficulty level?
Difficulty level, it's just like whatever you have seen so far in the other courses so far, right? It will be like that only. But whatever the question is given, it can be completed within the given time. In that way only. So if some question requires some data, the data will be provided in the question itself. You have to answer the question based on the data given. Sometimes what generally will be there, you may not remember all the options. So sometimes some console output will be given. I mean, part of the console output will be given. Sometimes this will be given as a data. You have to read the question, use the data to add, I mean, carry forward with your question. It may not all the data given will be useful for you. You have to find what is the exact data you need to complete the question. Okay. So let's say I gave a set script, and let's say you are seeing a set script in your exam. It is using the -i. Okay, that script contains the -i. I mean that command contains the -i. So there's some data will be given to you. It will contains this much of entire output. Now you by yourself you have to you forgot what is a -i do. You have to come here and search for -i alone, then use it. You can understand what is the meaning of it, and you can proceed with the question. Reading the entire data will take you all the time as well. You got it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt in set? We haven't discussed anything much about awk in any of the live session before as well. So anyway, I'll give the awk as well here. So the script is exactly the same. Whatever I wrote in the single quotes, right? You have to write it in a script and replace the shebang line. So now we go with awk. So by default, if we give awk, so yeah, okay, fine. Whatever you are doing in set, right? You can do the same in awk as well. The only thing is a set is limited to some extent. I mean, some things you can do really fast in set. The same thing if you want to do it in awk, it will take 2 more, 3 more lines. So I'm simply printing out all the lines here. Awk also works in the same similar to set. It takes one line, read one line of the file, and do all the processing. Then it move to the next line. It won't look back the same line again. So whatever you are giving in the curly braces, right? Simply curly braces, it will match with any line. It do for all the lines. If I simply repeated this 2 times, every line will be printed twice. I can give a match with only the regular expression as well. A line contains a lowercase or uppercase a. This block have to do the operation. This block, it does the operation anyway. it doesn't matter, or all the lines. Now this thing will be repeated. Okay. So to get the field, by default, awk uses white spaces as a field separator. You can see here, this is the first field, this is the second field. Okay. By default, here I'm using space. I want to print all the second field. Okay. So what should I have to do is I simply have to say print $2. That's all. The fourth line doesn't have a second field, so it will be the empty line. It doesn't have any second field, it will be empty line. So in that case, okay, the field was separated by comma. What will be the result of the command I have written here?
The whole nothing will be printed.
Actually, it will be the n number of empty lines, because all the, I mean, as I said, comma is not a field separator of arc. So by default, it will take as a first field. To get the same result with comma, I can use outside of arc, I can use -f, comma, then it identifies this is a field separator, or within arc, you can specify it anywhere. I mean, best way is specifying in begin if you are not going to change your field separator. Fs equal to, within the double quotes, you have to tell the field separator. Then the output will be the same. You can use colon here if you are using colon in your output, in your data. Let's say you want to swap the first column and second column. How do you do it?
So we can write $2 within quotes, comma, then $1.
Okay, you want the final separator should be comma, right? Okay, this is okay, you got whatever you want, but there is another way of doing the same. OFS, I mean output field separator. I can say whatever I want. Then instead of within the giving the quote, I can do the same. Simply comma means it is, I'm separating, it is a field. That's all. I'm printing in a separate field. It is based on the output field separator, the value will change. Output field separator was hyphen, then it will be hyphen. So this way you don't need to write the double quote within that comma or whatever the field separator again and again. Okay. So in this line, I want to include the line I have in. I mean, I want to print the line number, then a colon, then I mean the swapped rows. Okay. So what I can use, there is some default variable there. Here I have to use a colon because the output C field separator got is minus. This is how it works. So there is two things are there. One is NR, another one is FNR. NR stands for number of records seen so far. FNR stands for file number of records seen so far in the same file. Here I'm going to give the file to arc. I can give multiple files to awk as well. Some file 2 dot. So far this file is not here. It's giving me an error.
You can give the same file again, no?
Yeah, we can use the same file again. But it won't. Then I cannot differentiate what it's going on, right? I have two files. Some file 1, some file.txt, some file 2.txt. Now you see this NR is giving me one another one. I mean, this line number is not corresponds to the file. If I want the file's line number, I have to use FNR. Now I'm getting that line number corresponds to that file. Also, I can print the file name as well. I think it is simply file, I think. File name. Yeah. It is simply file name. It takes this variable have the value of what is the file you are currently reading.
What if you are piping it? Will be stdin?
Then it won't work. I mean, it will. Okay, I'll show you that as well. Give a hyphen. Then you don't have the difference between the files. It will be the single pipe. So it will be a single output. That's all.
Even F1R became 1. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same. Continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one important thing. If you are not this begin block doesn't require any file. I mean, the begin block executes before opening the file. If the awk doesn't see any block like a regular block or at the end block or something, it will not consider about the file that you are given. If you give this block, then by default awks look into the standard input. Look for standard input and do all the operation at once. Okay. So if I want to use awk, but I don't want to give file, I simply write everything in the beginning. I can use loop here. Do all the operation here. I can write conditional here. These are all the programming things we do, right? Conditional looping, all those things can be done in awk as well. So
And this is not shell script thing, no? Because the if statement is looking different.
yeah, it is not shell script. It is the syntax you have to. It is specifically for awk, but it is more like C.
Yeah, because in shell script you have to put minus equal to, not equal to
Yes,
equal to sign.
yes. Yeah.
Right?
Also, the in shell script we don't give the parentheses as well. Also, you can you don't need to define something in awk. I mean, I haven't defined anything. I defined a character, I mean, variable called C. I'm simply incrementing it. At the end, I am printing C. It works. 10. Because if the C is not defined, if I incrementing it, awk by default increment to 1. It is more like 0, but it's undefined. So how can I check something is defined or undefined? That's the thing. So here I can write a condition here. If C I don't see anything because C is not defined yet. Now C is defined. So how to negate things in awk? Simply have to add a exclamatory symbol before it. It will mostly negate things. C is not defined, so that is true. Then we are coming here. Same here also you can do the same. If I want to use regular expressions, right, within a, how can I do that is within if I can write it here itself. Will match with the regular expression. But by default, it will match with the entire line. I want to match with a particular field. Then what can I do is $2. This tilde stands for regular expression match. I haven't given the file here. And $0. $0 means it is the entire line. If A is present in the second field of the file, then print the entire line. It is not there in the file something. Let's say here, I put something here. I have to specify it is space. By default, it is a space. Now you can see that. But here, if I have A in the first field, it will not be printed. You understood, right?
Here print all also work, right? You don't need $0, no?
Yeah, not required. I just want to say the meaning of $0. Simply print works. Even that is not required. You simply have to write that. That's all. Even that is not required. If I simply say the regular expression or only the condition, it will print only the lines which satisfy that condition. So similarly, you can use arithmetic operation as well. The third column, third field contains, if it's equal to 3, simply print 3. Print the entire line. Then write like that. So you can write like you can write mathematical expression as well. Sum of third field and fourth field is equal to 7. If it is equal to 7, then print the entire line. Accordingly, it will print all the lines. Similarly, instead of equality, I can write the inequalities as well. Less than or equal to 7, greater than or equal to 7. If it's not equal to 7, I have to use the exclamatory symbol. Whatever the condition I gave here, right? It's exactly within the if also it works. Okay, any doubts here?
No, sir.
I was just thinking, if I forget shell syntax, can I just do awk and then try it out?
Yeah, it's up to you,
Yeah.
actually.
At least in the programming exam, I'll try this.
Yeah, it's up to you. As far as it is restricted, you can do whatever you want. Okay. So I think these are the conditional equality and inequality, all those things. We'll next move on to the arrays. By default, awks arrays are always associative arrays, or just like dictionary. It doesn't need to be the index has to be continuous or like that. It could be anything as well. What I am doing here is I'm going through all the file. The key was the file number. File line. The line number of the file. Here it's only one file, so simply I'm using NR. The value I'm storing to the key is third field. Let's say I want the sum of it. Either I can do here as well. Sum is equal to third field. And I can print the value sum. Or I saved it in the array, right? I can use INARR. Note that when I say INARR or IN array, it always refers to the keys. The array's index or keys. So in order to get the value, I have to use array of I. Hopefully both things should give the same result. Here you have to remember the syntax a little lot. I agree. Okay. Any doubt here?
So will there be any question regarding the syntax as well, like in the previous quiz? In quiz 1, we had a question with printf and print.
Yeah, with respect, it won't be like a syntax focused, but it will be logic focused. But you have to know the syntax. At least you should be able to read the code.
So awk script and awk command. So script,
Okay.
there is some difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah, almost the same. Okay. Here, okay, I wrote the same thing here, right? So I'll create another the same thing in as a script. Okay. Here I'm using garc. By default, awk is based on the system. It refers to some awk parameter. Okay. So this is the awk script. It doesn't have the permission. I have to give the file, some file. This is how if you use a script. Here I executed the script file itself. Instead of, if you don't have the executable permission, what you can do is awk f and the script name and the file you have to give. It works the same, even if it doesn't have any execute permission. Now temp.awk don't have the executable permission. I'm simply executing using the awk. Now this is the difference between the writing a script and command. Most probably commands are we always writing in the terminal. But if it comes with a bash script, there won't be any it won't make much difference. Okay. Any doubt here? All the command fnr, nr, everything is behaves exactly the same way.
So I have a doubt in previous year paper.
Yeah, sure. You can share that as well.
The link for the the mock, whatever. Previous year question.
You're sharing. You're sharing.
I have shared the link in the chat.
Okay. Okay. You are putting on the
For the document.
Okay. Good.
Question number 259.
Okay, this question, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the doubt?
The whole question, I could not understand.
Okay. So what does the question want? Purpose of the Reynolds.sketch script, right? So it has to run all the bash script, okay, within the same current working directory only once, except Reynolds.sketch. Okay, this is you have clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go one by one, option by option. This is the first option. So here I'm giving a pattern. I'm storing it inside the variable. So it is ending with the .sketch.
Yeah, every SH file.
Yeah. So if something is okay, it should be equal and a tilde symbol. It looks like a minus, but it should be equal and tilde symbol. So if it's matching with the pattern, then it executes the script. It means it executes the current script itself, because the current script is named as runall.sh, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this option is wrong. Now it says if the file name is not equal to the name in the name in the current directory, then it runs the bash script. This is the okay, yeah, for this option. This is not also correct, right? Always $0 refers to the file name.
File name will be run all.sh, right? For this particular file.
Yes, but it cannot execute the that script itself.
No, I don't know why this is wrong. This is not correct, right? This seems to work. No.
Yeah, it seems to work, but I mean, if it's not, the thing is, it will not work for every time. When you run it again, if it just make some a bash script in your directory, it will not work.
So here $0 will be run all.sh and it will be compared with the every name
Yes.
of
Yes.
.sh.
Yeah.
Should work. What's the error in this?
But let's see what is the correct option. Then probably we can figure out the difference. There will be some minor difference.
Okay, so next option.
Okay. Here also one thing. If you say whatever you are giving in previous, right? If you say /, then it will be also included in your this variable. Okay. So in this case, it will not, surely it will not work, because even the runall will execute itself again.
Oh yeah, because it is /. The $0 will not have the /.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Note that here we are using the same /, but that includes the $0, right? That will have the / at the when you during the execution. I mean, for the same, when it comes to see the same file.
Okay, got it. So this is very tricky.
Yeah. I mean, here what you see, what is the doubt, right? If you say $0, it is referring to bash. I mean, it is. I'm not running the script by itself. I'm executing the script using bash. So if I say $0 in this file, it is bash. So that is why this option was wrong. So it will execute the runall script again and again. So it will go on low. Okay. Here, yeah, we are simply comparing the name.
Is it the permission missing?
Okay. Okay, we have to check the question as well. Okay, maybe I think the permission is the issue here. Okay, got it. Actually, it will run once it. Okay. Okay, actually there is a subtle difference between, I'm not even able to get it now. It will, in one script, it will call itself one time, it will call it again 2 times. So that's why it's wrong. So it is straightforward. Anal.sh is okay. If you executed it, it will be much clearer. Of course, it's a very tricky question.
Can we expect these type of questions?
Yeah, I mean, like it will be once. I mean, that's the question which differentiate everyone, right? If you not every question will be like that, right? One question will be there, 1 or 2 question will be there. Okay. Yeah, here if you see the second question, it uses the same options.
Yet, no, the question
By
is
the way, sir,
different.
these questions like this will end up spending so much time on the exam because
Yeah.
scrolling is so difficult,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we try to avoid that by giving us a comprehensive type question. I mean, scrolling part will be on the left side, and you can always refer to by left side. So some question, but some case we are not able to do anything with that. I agree. I mean,
So in this question, the file needs to be run 2 times.
twice. Yeah. I mean, this part, right? It will be the same file. I mean, initially it won't be, the runall will be the different. So when you execute it again using the bash, it will be the name will got changed. After that, it won't run it again because you are giving the name. So the $0, the value will got changed. So it will execute only first time it will execute itself. After all, it's done. It won't execute itself again. I mean,
But
it will,
here also $0 will be bash, right?
yeah, initially bash. Okay, 1 minute, I'll check here itself. $0 is done. Okay, sorry. I think even if you execute it with the file name, it will be fine only. $0 always refers to the file name. Okay, so $0 refers to the file name only. Okay, here first time it refers to simply runall.sh. So it will execute it again. So the next time it occurs, it calls for itself with a dot slash. So at that time, it won't execute it again. Are you able to get it? The first dollar, when I execute it for first time, the value of $0 is simply runall. There is no dot slash before it. So here the name contains the dot slash before it. So when I say bash dot slash runall.sh, next time it calls itself. At that time, the value of $0 is dot slash runall.sh, and it won't execute itself again. So it's calls itself only 2 times.
Why it needs to be executed for the first time? Because bash and that run_all.sh will execute itself first time, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, sorry,
Do we need taking?
yeah, mistakenly I
need,
said $0 refers to bash, but here if you execute this file using the $0, it will be simply run_all.sh. There is no // before it. Okay, here you can see. See, the value of $0 here, simply temp.sh, right?
Sir, your screen is not visible. The
If you're
other.
streaming,
Okay, sorry. Here you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm executing bash temp.sh. Okay. So it is giving the echo $0 answer is temp.sh. If I called with /temp.sh, it will be the /temp.sh. Okay. So what I'm going to do is for we're going to print the So now I am getting exits in 1, even though this condition is not happened. Okay. I'll differentiate this part. Because when I say I, it is taking the $/ in front of it. I say here I have to use it works. Yeah. Okay. So if the I is equal to temp.sh, it prints itself. Are you able to get what's really happening?
Sir, if you're giving // then bash is not needed, right?
It is not like that. I mean, // is referring to the file is in the current directory.
But for executing shell script also we can
No,
and
it is. I mean, it's a very misconception you do. That // always refers to the file in the current directory. If you are saying, if you are simply writing a file, then you are executing the file. That is the meaning to it. That // doesn't mean you are executing the file.
Oh, till now I was thinking like
Okay,
that.
everybody starts doing that. Yeah.
So bash, if we give or not, it will just execute.
No, here I am simply passing as argument. Here I am not executing the temp.sh. I mean by itself. I'm using the bash. I'm giving an argument. Then bash executes the script.
Okay, we are passing the file name to the bash, and bash is executing. Otherwise, that's just the file is executing.
Yes. Why I am giving, even though it is in the same directory, right? You may say you can do this like this, but it should execute. In Linux has the rule that if you want to execute something, right? I mean, it doesn't know where to pick the file. All the executables are present in a variable known path. If your file is in any of the directory, this directory, right? It will. You don't need to specify the entire path of the file. Let's say I take this variable path, I append to it my present working directory. Now my present working directory is home Krishnan tmp. Okay. Now it is in the path. If I say temp.sh, it will work.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
So whatever I have done, right, it is only for this session. I mean, when I close the terminal, this will go off. I haven't exported it. So yeah, it's a really tricky question only. I agree. So anything else? Are you clear with these questions?
So
Yes,
if
sir.
you are executing with the dot, like ./runall.sh also, and bash runall, in both case, $0 will refer to the
Refers to the
file
file.
name.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. I gave the wrong name. Yeah, wrong information. Okay. I mean, just execute this question once again. Just put some other files, and you can verify by yourself. But it's totally verified and given as a question. So that is sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Okay.
Sir, can you explain said one, then high, what is that? Tilt sign, then 2T.
Okay. I'm using sequence again. This part, right?
No, sir. One
One
tilt,
tilde.
then
Okay, one tilde. Okay. I mean, this means starting from the 1, go in a step of 2. And every second line after 1. I can start with 2 as well. I can start with 4 as well.
sir, if we replace tilde with comma, then
Okay. Tilde with comma means it is from the range. It will become range.
okay. So if I'll give 3,5, then 3 to 5. Okay.
Yeah, from line 3 to line 5.
Okay. I was confused between these two.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. If there is nothing else, we'll wind up the session now.
So one more doubt. If we have a
Sure.
very big file and we apply both the sed and awk, which will be faster in time, in terms of time?
I think both uses the same logic. I don't know much about the Sedana. Okay, so both works on the same principle. It reads one line, and this align. So I think both will be similar. I think I'm not sure, entirely sure of it, but awk is generally faster compared to any other string library we use in Python or something. Because
Then
it is
awk is available in different languages also, right?
a language. I
Like
mean,
in Python, we can use awk as well.
it is not like awk. Awk itself, you can say it's a language.
Language.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very constrained, limited to some application based on only text manipulations.
Yeah, I think he meant to say that regular expression is available in many languages.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a common thing. Yeah, awk is specific to this.
Yeah, regular expression is a general thing. So it is available anywhere, everywhere. So wherever you go, you need to know the regular expression. I mean, at least the basics. I mean, why I'm saying regular expression, right? It will come on really handy if you are working on a code base. You know how you remember some keywords. You simply search for the keywords, and you remember some other keywords. It should be in the specific format. If you give the regular expression, you can immediately go to that place.
So the history is that of course this may not be needed. I have quite a bit of experience in Unix. So
Yeah.
SED, as you mentioned, was basically a quick, instead of you opening ED or VI,
Yeah.
right? You want to do some quick change
Yes,
in
yes,
files.
exactly. Yeah.
Awk came from the other side. It was actually tried to write an interpreter from scratch.
Yes.
So it was actually meant to be a much larger thing than SED will be.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
awk may be slow because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, set is very compact. I mean, it does only few things really well. That's the Unix philosophy. I mean, set came before awk only. The initial time, I mean, in your first run of the course, we gave the awk as previous to set. So later we changed to we gave set before the awk, so based on the students' experience and everything. So comparatively, when you are going from bash to awk, right, set is coming in a middle point. It won't be as difficult to learn for the first time. Simple. Another thing is, if you are writing a set script, it's always small. It won't be big. Yeah, you can try that as well. I mean, you can generate a large file, like millions of lines. You have a command in Linux called time. I think simply time. Okay. If I say time and write it in a script, write for two script, one for awk, one for bash. Then if you give the execute it will give the output and the time it taken. So if you compare two script with the set and awk interpreter, you may be easily figure it out.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. We'll wind up the session. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the time. Yeah, thank you.